Alrighty, welcome back from the Pro Tour and ready to do some cube drafting. You know, MH3 was fun, but I think I'm going to be back to more cubes. And this is the, well, new to me, but up for about a week at this point, not quite a week, Magic Online Cube. So the Magic Online Vintage Cube with MH3 indeed. Not a great pack though. There's like a miscalculation, Through the Breach, Emrakul. Why the Reliquary is a cool addition. I think I'm actually just going to first pick Emrakul here and then try to wheel Through the Breach. There's also Woodfall Primus in the pack. I just think it's kind of a weak pack, and I don't know, I'd rather take something with some upside. Ooh, well, this pack is not weak. There's Time Twister, Reanimate, Mana Vault. Not to mention Lelia, Marsh Flats, also good cards. Let's make these cards a little bit smaller. Let's go ahead and just snag the Mana Vault. Mana Vault's pretty good with most cards that go well with Emrakul. It's also, I think, it and Reanimate are pretty comparable in terms of best card here in this pack. So even if the Emrakul doesn't factor in, I'm still taking one of the best cards in the pack. I think Time Twister, Marsh Flats, and Lelia are like a step removed. So let's just take the Mana Vault here, and maybe we'll get a sneak attack, maybe we'll wheel the Breach, maybe we'll end up in artifacts. Who knows? Oh, and here there's a Mox Opal. There's also a Jace the Mind Sculptor. I think those are the two cards I'm looking at here. And honestly, the way the cube is gone, I think I'm going to take Mox Opal. I just don't think Jace is like that special anymore. It's a fine card, but as far as 4-mana cards, it's not that much better than a lot of the 4-mana cards you could choose to put in your deck. So I think I will take Mox Opal just because that at least Mox Opal could be like a 10 out of 10 in a deck. In the right deck, Mox Opal is just amazing. So I'd rather just have outs for that. Though here I think I will still take Remand over Counterspell. Had I taken Jace, it would have been the same. There's also Reprieve in the pack. But I think a 1 blue counter is a lot better than a 2 blue counter. Though I do like the fact that there's both in there. That is a good sign. Alright, now there's this pack that has Bloodghast and Citrus Supplier. I'm going to go on record and say that I think the Dredge package is just still not good. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to draft this cube more and we'll kind of get a sense of it. But I'm still skeptical. They've tried putting this in the Magic Online cube before. Didn't really work. I don't think it's going to be that different. I'm going to take Otawara. Just a generic good blue card. And that pack didn't have anything too special. Ooh, do like a Toxic Deluge. Show and Tell. I actually don't think it's good with Emrakul. I don't think that's generally a winning play. This could be a decent place to snap up a Thopter Foundry, an Iteration, a Deluge. Let's take Foundry. I like never get to do the Thopter Foundry thing. I want to try it. And then here we've got like Teferi and Cryptic. So blue has seemed somewhat open. Don't really have much that goes with Emrakul. There's also Relic, which would make Mox Opal a little better, but I think the way we're at, I'm going to take one of these cards. And I think with Mana Vault, I actually kind of like taking Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Turn 2 Teferi off Mana Vault is a very strong play. And I feel like I can string something together here. It does feel like, especially with Remand, cast Teferi +1, untap 2 lands, leave up Remand. That could be pretty good. And I haven't gotten a big artifact payoff besides Mox Opal, so taking Relic there I think was just a little too weak. Oh, that's a late Brain Freeze. There's also a Prismatic Vista here. I think I'm going to take the Brain Freeze. I do like Flare of Duplication. That's a cool card. I don't have a strong direction yet, and I think that taking a card that can be really, really good, it's kind of like the Mox Opal pick. They're very similar. I would rather just take a card that has some good potential. All right, this pack that wheeled still has a bunch of black cards in it, but I'm not really even going to do that, though. Through the Breach did not wheel, unfortunately. I could take like a Bring to Light, a Firebolt, a Fatal Push, a Bitter Triumph. Maybe I'll take Bitter Triumph in case... Small chance, but I'm not even going to put Emrakul and Bitter Triumph in the sideboard. But if I got like a Shallow Grave, I could see Bitter Triumph helping with the Emrakul. But this has been quite the weird pack. This cube has seemed to have a lot of cards that are a bit narrow, but like I said, we'll see. All right, this pack... Flame Slash is okay, but I think I'll take Baleful Strix. I mean, the Mox Opal Dream isn't dead yet. Thopter Foundry is a blue-black card. And nothing else there was something that doesn't seem very likely I would be playing. So after pack 1, I've got some threads, different threads, and we'll see if we can sew one of those up and make this into a real deck. We're not there yet. I'll put it that way. All right. I guess Third Path Iconoclast makes the most sense. Sarah Paragon's also not crazy, but Iconoclast with this artifact deck could work. Emperor of Bones is kind of funny with that Emrakul and Bitter Triumph, but I don't think that's going to cut it. Oh, Seachrome Coast. All right, that's definitely something that could make the cut as well. I mean, if we open Academy or Urza, get a Sword of the Meek, this deck could have some potential. Oh, Underworld Breach, that would be pretty nice too. Let's see. And here, there's a Jace Wielder of Mysteries, which could mean like a Doomsday sort of thing. And oh, look, I'll definitely take Portable Hole over Mother of Runes. Oh, last pick Cryptic. You know, blue seems to be open, and if blue is open, you can draft a pretty good cube deck. So maybe it just will be that we end up just heavy blue with who knows what theme, if any. It could just be blue-white control. Well, there's Urza. There's also like Pentad Prism, Oko, Cryptic Coat, but definitely just going to take Urza here and kind of focus on just being blue-white artifacts. That seems like the best plan to me. Certainly one of the strongest cards we've seen so far, so let's go that direction. Oh, and here we go. There's Sword of the Meek. You know what? I'm not even going to get greedy. I don't think Daze or Smuggler's Copter is close to being worth it. Let's take swords. Now I have Thopter Sword. I'll keep the Brain Freeze live for the moment, but even just Thopter Sword Urza, like that is plenty. And I don't even know if I want to play Baleful Strix or Third Path, but that'll just kind of depend on what mana I get. But look, now we've got a direction. Mox Opal, Mana Vault, Thopter, Sword, Urza, like we know where we're going at least, and that is very helpful. All right, and here there's Spell Pierce, but I think I'm going to take Skull Clamp. It's amazing with Third Path if I go that direction. Can be also good with Thopter Foundry. You can turn non-token artifacts into 1/1s, then turn each of those into 2 cards. Maybe Coalition Relic comes back, or Haywire might. I don't think Spell Pierce will come back, but I think Skull Clamp looks pretty good here. And it's a pretty heavy reason to want to play Third Path. Here, there's Dismember and Path. I think I'll just take Dismember. It's much easier to cast. This deck might not have that much white mana in it, and you can cast it early. I hate casting Path to Exile early, so I'll take that over like Samwise. Nothing really doing there. The other thing about Baleful Strix, by the way, if I really wanted to, I could be blue-black, because Thopter Foundry can be cast off black as well. But Teferi and Portable Hole are both pretty good, so I'll probably want to be blue-white. And then this pack, Felia is a good card, but not really for this deck. I don't think it fits super well. I don't have a white-blue land with Eagles. We know Tundra's gone, by the way. I opened that in my original pack. I don't have the mana for Duress so much. I think I might just take Fabled Passage. There's also Mind Stone, but I think Mind Stone's a little weak, and Fabled Passage is a good way to cast Thopter Foundry. You can't crack it early, but if you crack this in the middle or late part of the game, it's just a Prismatic Vista, so I think that's going to be better. Mind Stone, I haven't been the most impressed with. Whoa, that's a late Tinker. Okay, 6-pick Tinker, yeah. It can help assemble the combo, and even though Triplicate Titan's gone, or well, Triplicate Titan could wheel actually. I think it was this pack. Well, either way, I could probably get Portal or something, and I have the combo. I do like Currency Converter a lot, but this is a late Tinker, so I'm going to take that. Spellseeker also doesn't really do much for me. I don't think this Brain Freeze is making it in, but I will take a Tinker, and we'll see if we can enable that a little better, but I like taking powerful cards. Tinker's also really good with Mana Vault. Gets rid of the Mana Vault, and you get to use the mana. Perfect. All right, this pack has a City of Traders, which looks not great in my like Cryptic Command deck. Oh, Jace probably not in. It has Phantasmal Image, which I'm also not into. I think I'll take Mishra's Research Desk. 1-mana artifacts are really strong regardless, and at this point, I would really like to get Third Path in, so I'll have a little bit of red mana too. So yeah, that looks good. This pack has some cards I like. Probably not Wasteland at this point. It's probably going to be Sensei's Top. I really do like Echo of Eons, but I don't have an LED or a discard outlet. And Sensei's Top is pretty nice with Urza. It's actually really nice with Third Path. You could tap top on upkeep, draw top, cast it, get a 1/1. Not a Carnage Interpreter deck, though I do like that card too. All right, I'll take Sensei's Top. Oh, very glad Pentad Prism wheeled. I like Cryptic Coat, but this is looking like a good Pentad Prism deck with Tinker to sack it and multicolor cards like Thopter Foundry or Third Path. So I'm going to go for the Pentad Prism. And then now these are cards I don't really see myself playing. I'll just take an Arc Trail. Oh, Haywire Might came back. That one I might play. Oh, though actually Skullclamp Johnny looks pretty good. And I'm going to be playing white, so I'll take Baleful Strix out for now. Samwise is another card which is good with Skull Clamp, though I don't think I'm that likely to want Samwise, and I suppose I'll take Yogwill here. I don't really think I'm going to play Pillage the Bog either. Okay, we got ourselves, I think, a pretty good deck now. Pack 2 was great. Just picking up Urza and Sword went a long way. I'll take a Scale Lord here that I'm probably not going to play as well. Now we need to fill out the Tinker selection, so having like a big creature to go get or a portal would be nice. Pick up a little more fixing because we want to be Jeskai here and we don't have too many duels. Plus, just pick up more artifacts. So we got a work cut out for us, pack 3, but I think it's going to be good. Ooh, would you look at that? Black Lotus. Well, that's going to make the deck better. And certainly Lotus can fix our mana while just being a busted card. So that's great. And it's a pretty strong pack. Yeah, it's got like a Tali. It's got Life, Death, Thalia, Snapcaster, Ragavan. So maybe, just maybe, I'll get that cheeky talisman back. Here, Thassa's Oracle to go with Doomsday. There's Fury, that's a strong card. There's Jace, which isn't actually that great in this deck. I can flashback Dismember. Can't really flashback Remand. Maybe Tinker or Cryptic. Yeah, this is kind of a weak pack. I don't really want Xander's Lounge, though. Maybe I just take a Talisman. A red-white talisman actually wouldn't be crazy, though. There's 2 different talismans, and they're not the most popular ones in this pack. Maybe I just take the Jace and try to wheel one of the talismans, or take the Xander's Lounge and try to wheel a talisman. Maybe actually, you know what? I'm just going to take the Xander's Lounge. I think this deck has some pretty good spells in it. Let's get the mana a little bit more worked out. Ooh, and there's Portal to Phyrexia. All right, I will once again not get greedy and not try to wheel the card I really want. There's Necromancy and Animate Dead in the pack too. I'll just take Portal. And now Tinker is great. Here I probably will just take Palace Jailer. I think that Lotus makes Palace Jailer a lot more appealing. And I'm not going to take like Tameo. I mean, also, this is what I'm talking about. There's like a Vengevine and a Life from the Loam in this pack. I'll have to try to draft that deck to give it a try, but talking to BK and Mac, they're like, that deck does not really work. So I believe their judgment. We'll see. We'll see when I try it. But this time, I'm very happy where I am here. All right, and this pack has Skyclave. If I'm going to support Palace Jailer mana wise, Skyclave might work. There's also Glimmerlands, which has the upside of being an artifact. It's also Underground Sea. If I have Underground Sea, it can cast Thopter Foundry, and it can make that Baleful Strix that I hid in the sideboard be decent. So those are all possibilities. I don't think it really makes sense to take Deep Cavern Bat over Underground Sea. I'm kind of feeling Glimmerlands. I think just trying to be blue-white is going to be good. I guess I have black off Xander's Lounge as well, but I mostly took that as a blue-red land for third path. That can also help cast Thopter Foundry. I have Pentad Prism too. Yeah, I just think Glimmerlands is going to be solid here. Ooh, Manifold Key to untap Mana Vault. I don't mind it. There's nothing else I'm really untapping, though. Untapping top is actually a real combo. So what happens is you tap the top to draw a card, but you respond to that, you untap it, you tap to draw another card. So it resolves, the second one resolves, you draw, top goes on top. And then the first ability resolves, and you just draw a card. There's no top to put back, because that's part of the resolution, not the cost. So, yeah, all right. I've talked myself into Manifold Key. It's pick 6 here. We could get a 7th pick Academy, right? Right? Oh. Here's an Underworld Breach. I do have that Brain Freeze. Oh, and I have Lotus. Well, there we go. All right. I'm glad I took that Xander's Lounge. That worked out quite nicely. And now I can just take Mystical Tutor because it can get Tinker or Brain Freeze. Yeah, that also works for me. All right. Well, this deck just got a hell of a lot more broken. All right. We've got a deck here. That is for sure. Oh, we didn't wheel some artifact I was hoping to wheel here. I'll just take Life Death. Is there any chance I'd be a Doomsday deck? I'll take the Doomsday because hate drafting doesn't matter in a league. I don't think so. I guess I am getting a Thassa's Oracle here. Hold on. This deck, I actually might just take out these white cards. Well, the other question is, do I want to play Wrath in this deck? But I think Thassa's Oracle might make sense. Hold on. Doomsday. I mean, this Necromancy, I don't think it's going to do much for me. Yogwill, Dark Petition. And Yeah, I guess I'm not going to play the Tameo. Did we just switch colors completely? I guess the Sea Chrome's actually fine because it can help cast the Thopter Foundry, because I could take out Portable Hole into Fairy. This is going to be a weird deck build, but Night's Whisper, I kind of think we backdoored into Doomsday here. I don't really want Necromancy, but Yogg-Will is actually not crazy. I didn't take the Tendrils, and I have this Jace. Oh, wow, and a Cabal Ritual? This is so weird. Again, the back half of pack 3, we might have switched into Doomsday somehow. Oh, last pick, Saheeli. That's pretty nice, too. Okay, so take out the lands for a second. This is 28, but what are we trying to do here? So for just to take a look, Baleful Strix would make the cut if we were playing black as well. For white cards, we have a Johnny, Samwise, Glimmerlands, Portable. I mean, these are reasonable cards, and Teferi. It actually looks like we could have a good Doomsday deck here, surprisingly. Though I'm like way too many cards now. Maybe I don't play Dark Petition. Well, let's actually cut the Doomsday stuff for just a second here. Because we could also just be blue-red now that I've got the Breach. The Breach is really strong. If we did that, we could actually fit in another card or two. Mana-wise, we've got a Grixis land and a blue-white land and a kind of bad fetch. Plus this, like, the Lotus, the Mox Opal, and the Pentad Prism. So we'll have some fixing. Oh, the Jace Wielder Mysteries also wouldn't likely be in. And we need to have either black or white mana to cast this no matter what. I wonder if, and I like the Saheeli as well. Maybe we do still start by running the white. Like Teferi would be pretty good in this deck, and Portable Hole. Palace Jailer probably, and a Johnny, just playing all those white cards. I could cut Mishra's Research Desk. Maybe I do just cut the Jailer and the Johnny actually. Or I could just make the mana really good and cut all those. But I'd want to play like one other playable. I don't mind playing like 18 lands, but especially when you have like Mystical Tutor for Tinker in the Breach combo. But maybe I just play Baleful Strix. Play it off the Xander's Lounge and one Swamp. And if I'm doing that, do I want any of these other black cards? Night's Whisper also wouldn't be crazy to play. Though I guess with the Mana Vault, maybe the Teferi is better. Maybe it is just Teferi. And at that point, do I want any of the other white cards? I don't necessarily need them. But something like a Glimmerlands could be good. Or just Portable Hole. Portable Hole is like a pretty good card. Yeah, maybe I just do that. All right. This is a weird deck. It really is. Sort by color. I basically have 2 red cards. This is colorless. This is blue. And then 1 blue, black, 1 white, 2 white cards and a Thopter Foundry. And I'd play 17 lands plus Lotus, Mana Vault, all that. So if I want to add lands, I don't need any swamps. 1 mountain is 1, 2, 3 red sources plus Pentad Prism. I could probably get away with a second mountain because 7 islands is already 11 blue. That's pretty good. I could go 8, 2, 3. All right. I think that's a deck, and we got definitely some sideboard options here, but I think I like starting here. All right, time for round 1. This hand is a little bit sketchy. It's got an early Teferi, but only if I draw a different color of land. But it also has a Brain Freeze. All right, I'll keep this. I feel like I've got a lot of different ways this works out well. Ooh, mono red, that could be bad. Oh, Cryptic's actually not that bad of a draw, though I would like to draw a different colored source here for this Pentad Prism. Robber of the Rich. That's not going to be great for me, I would not expect. Okay, the Exiled Plains. Well, at least they can't do anything with it, but that would have been a pretty good draw. That was a better draw. I'm going to play the Lotus because I'll have Cryptic up. The question is, do I want to play Teferi? Does that do much for me? If I play Teferi and plus it, it'll be at 5 loyalty. I'll untap 2 lands. And then I hope they don't have like a 3 damage spell, but if I leave up Cryptic, that doesn't seem like it helps much either. I think I'm going to play Teferi and plus it. This could work out kind of poorly for me. We'll have to see. I could also minus it on the robber, but I don't think that's as good as plussing it. Especially with, ooh, now I can, the Tinker is nice. Mystical for Tinker in a few turns could be pretty good here. I mean, I could do that next turn, basically. Well, I can't Tinker next turn, but I could next turn play Pentad Prism and then follow it up with Tinker. Let's hope. Yeah, they're attacking Teferi. They exile the Fabled Passage. All right, they hit another land. All right, and I hope they don't kill my Teferi this turn. That would be also nice. Porcelain Legionnaire, sure. And Chain Lightning Teferi? Or what? No. It's not mystical here, then let's just draw. If I draw it, see, what I was hoping is if I drew a card of a different color, I could Prism, but let's just plus Teferi. Saheeli, huh? Well, it's a little bit of a waste, but I actually think this is going to end up being fine. Because what I'm going to do here is Pentad Prism lets me use these islands for mana so that I can untap them with Teferi and still have Cryptic up, which is what I'm going to have now off this Pentad Prism for 1. Beginning of combat, I'm going to tap their creatures and draw a card. And what's great about that is it still sets up the Tinker for Portal, because I don't kill their creatures. They're still in play. Now if they play another creature, I get all of their creatures with the Portal. What is this? Flare of Duplication? That's not. If that's what it is, it's not really. If it's Ghostfire Blade or Slice or something, they can kill my Teferi. But if it's Flare of Duplication, that's not actually going to do anything. I think that's what it is. I think they have the red Flare. They could copy Cryptic, but it doesn't have any targets. So all it would do is cycle. So now I have to think, what happens if they copy my Tinker? I guess they can just go get any artifact, but they can't have anything too crazy, I don't think. Funny spot to be in. Okay. I'll do a red. Let's see if they've got a play here. Firebolt and Flare. All right. Yeah, that's Flare enough. But I did call it. I did call it. All right. That's fine. Teferi basically did its job, so I'm fairly happy with that. Let's just get Tinker, draw, Mountain, Tinker, sack Prism, get Portal. And then now they have 2 cards in hand. Oh yeah, they're just done. They are done. All right. Playing against Mono Red. So against Mono Red, what does that change? Well, it certainly makes me more interested in playing like some of these white cards. I guess Palace Jailer is not the best. Arc Trail is also kind of interesting. I don't think Doomsday is a very good idea. That's for sure. Is there anything I'd want to cut for like an Arc Trail or Palace Jailer or Samwise, any of those? I don't even necessarily think so. Kind of think that we are good here. Yeah, there probably is a way to sideboard that's better. All right, I'll keep this hand. But we'll see. All right, they didn't have a 1-drop. That is a nice start for me. And Island top past the turn. And then I'm going to not top on upkeep because I want to leave up Remand. Harsh Mentor. Okay, well, that's going to make Sensei's top a lot worse, that's for sure. Land, huh? All right. I do get to Remand here. Do I want to pay 2 life to top? Probably not that interested in doing that. Oh, Broadside Bombardiers? Yikes, okay. Ooh, Mystical Tutor is going to be nice. That'll be a portal soon enough here. Oh, Third Path? Third Path is also... Ooh. Actually, do I want to play Third Path? It can get... No, I kind of don't because I'm worried about it getting hit by the Bombardiers. And right now I've got Tinker ready to go. So if I play Third Path, it just feels too likely that the Harsh Mentor trades for the Third Path. That doesn't seem like a good deal to me. Okay, I'm going to take it. I'm going to go to 14. And I'm just not going to pay 2 life the top. I just don't think I need to do that. My hand is pretty good. Though I did get a little punished for playing plains. I didn't really think of the third path thing. Because if I had played mountain or island, I could have second island plus mountain in play and go third path plus mystical tutor, which would have been a pretty different thing. Are they really thinking of throwing Harsh Mentor at me for 4 damage? I'm actually going to stop on my upkeep. And the reason I'm doing it this way is if I mystical for tinker end of turn, they're definitely throwing the Harsh Mentor at me and I'm taking 4. But if I do it upkeep, they don't know it's coming. And it's not like I'm going to use the extra mana for anything anyway. So this seems like a much better way to do things. And I'll get Portal again. And let's see if they've got a way to kill it. Because if they don't, it's going to be pretty hard. I could get Broadside Bombardiers back and throw it at them for 11. That'd be the first time I've done that, but it actually doesn't sound that crazy to me. We'll see. Yeah, there we go. That's a way to beat mono red. Lots of tinkers. Well, that's why you take the card. That's why you put it in your deck. And it worked out nicely. All right, time for round 2. Yeah, this hand looks good. I get to crack Fabled Passage for plains on turn 1. It'll come into play tapped. Turn 2, I Portable Hole something. And then turn 3, Tinker, sack Portable Hole. They get their creature back, and then it dies to the portal right away. Perfect. I mean, assuming they play a creature early, who knows? Oh, Sensei's top, huh? That actually sounds better. If they had played a creature on turn 1, I definitely would have gone for the whole Portable Hole thing. But now, because I have a fetch here, it feels pretty good to just go upkeep top, then play Fabled Passage and shuffle. So, we'll see. Okay, they didn't have a play, so I guess I'm pretty happy I did it this way. Because now I'm going to upkeep, spin the top. I guess I'd rather draw Pentad Prism than Sword, and I think I still will play Fabled Passage. I like getting to shuffle this away, then upkeep top, and then play Pentad Prism. Oh, Cathar Commando, okay. Well, that's interesting. I'll have to try to catch them off guard. Oh, getting a little punished here for the sequencing now. All right, because now I can't tinker, and they're going to have too many creatures in play. So what I think I'm going to do now is just draw for my turn, go Island, Portable Hole the Cathar Commando, and then just pass the turn, and we'll see. If they play a creature, then the Portable Hole gets quite a bit worse, or the portal gets a bit worse for sure. Okay, they didn't play a creature, and because of Adeline, they definitely would have played a creature first if they had one. Okay, I'm going to go to 11 here. Let's see. And then they're just going to say go. I'm just going to spin the top. It just feels like they've got something brewing there, you know? Let's see. Do I want to draw Island or Thopter Foundry? I think I kind of want to draw Island. But I'm probably going to end up drawing the Thopter Foundry anyway eventually. Because I'm just going to play Island and have up Cryptic here. Because if they go to attack, I just don't think that mystical and going all in here really makes too much sense. Cycle Savai Triumph, sure. What I think I'm just going to do is tap draw before they attack. So they don't get another token. And, I mean, I guess I could have bounced Adeline and drawn. I don't know. Tap draw seemed pretty good. And then upkeep, I can still go for the whole Tinker plan. Depending on what they do. Sarah Paragon, huh? Okay. And replay Arid Mesa. The other thing I could do is, because I have this Thopter Foundry now, I could try to Mystical for Sword. Like Mystical for Tinker to get Sword. I'm at 11. So if I go Mystical to get Tinker, sack the top, not the Portable Hole. They'll sack Adeline and 2 tokens. Then they'll just replay Adeline off Sarah Paragon. Yeah, that really doesn't work that well for me. So I'm not loving it. I think I actually should have bounced Adeline and drawn a card, not tapped the humans. My top card's an Island. I don't know what my other 2 cards are, though. I'm just deciding if I want to do anything. I'm at 11. I could also Teferi the Adeline. That might be fine. Give me a little breathing room while I decide what to do. All right. Island. Teferi. -3 on Adeline. Pass the turn. Yeah. This is not ideal. Are they going to crack their Mesa now? I guess they probably do want to redraw Adeline, that's my guess. Yeah. And then we'll see. So it looks like they're black-white with 3 duels. Hopefully they don't play a creature. They can play Savai Triumph for free. They can make their land drops. All right. They're going to attack Teferi with a token. Attack me with the rest. You know, they didn't play a creature 2 turns ago when they cycled Savai Triumph. Maybe they don't have another creature to play. Sure. I don't like that. I think, let's see, if I do the whole thing, they go down to those 3. It's, yeah, once again, just not that good. Let's spin the top. Let's see if we can find something. Oh, okay. Can I win this turn with a Tinker Breach Lotus sort of deal? Oh, maybe. Let's see. If I draw those 2, I play Pentad Prism, I Tinker for Lotus. The problem with tinkering for Lotus, I guess, is I can play Breach, but I have to tap the top. And then if I Mystical for Brain Freeze, how am I drawing that? Let's see. I play a land, so I have 5 mana. Prism is break even. Tinker for Lotus down to 2 mana. Get Lotus back up to 5 mana. Play Breach down to 2 mana. Or 3 mana. I have 3 cards in graveyard. 4 cards in graveyard. Then I can Mystical Tutor. I can cast Cryptic out of my graveyard, but then I can't cast Lotus out of my graveyard. Is that accurate? Yeah. Is there any way to survive this turn? I mean, yeah, it shouldn't be that hard. How about, what if I draw Breach, play Pentad Prism for 2, play Otawara, play Thopter Foundry, and then what I can do is, this buys me a turn here, so I don't die right away. I'll probably tap the top to draw a card, and then in response, sack it to the Thopter Foundry. That sounds like a pretty good plan to me. Because that way I'm drawing the Tinker, and then in response, sack Sensei's top. And I don't really need to use top anymore. And if they let me block here, then I can block the Sarah Paragon and go to 4. I don't need to block Usher. They can just replay it with Sarah Paragon. It doesn't really do anything. Yep, make a token, sure. They have Adeline in hand at this point, I think, too. And then I can go end of turn Mystical Tutor. Get Brain Freeze. Yeah, here we go. Draw Brain Freeze. Tinker. Sacking Pentad Prism. Get Black Lotus. Cast Underworld Breach. And sack this for blue, replay Lotus, exiling these 3. Then Brain Freeze myself, and I even have Cryptic up at this point. Brain Freeze myself, and then them. All right, I think we got this one. Nice. That was the other side of the deck, the Brain Freeze Breach plan. They have a good white weenie deck. So again, I'm a little scared of putting in Palace Jailer. Arc Trails looks okay, but I'm worried I wouldn't be able to cast it fast enough. I think this deck's perfect, so let's do it. All right, time for game 2. All right, yeah, I like this. This hand is missing something. It needs either another artifact for Opal, a red source for third path. It needs like Thopter Foundry, any of those things. Oh, there's the artifact that I was looking for. Perfect. I don't even need to tinker on upkeep. Turn 2 here, I'll be able to go Sword of the Meek. They can usher and make tokens. I don't think that's going to work too well. I can mystical for brain freeze, but we're a little bit away from that. Let's just draw land, sword, Mox Opal, and I don't think I'm supposed to sack the research desk here. End of turn, like I could sack it using the opal, but we'll see what they do, I guess. Adeline. Yeah, so we're not quite able to tinker for portal again. Adeline does a pretty good job going around that. This would put I mean, if I did that, it would put them to just Adeline. I could also tinker for Thopter Foundry, but that doesn't sound great either. Maybe I do sack the research desk. I need to find an artifact. Well, what happens if I do get portal? They'd go down to just that. Yeah, maybe that's actually good enough. It would buy me some time. And I would still be able to... All right, yeah. I think, and I would still be able to tap the Mox Opal at that point as well. All right, let's just get Tinker. Draw Tinker. I could also sack the research desk. Hold on. Yeah, it's a bit of a risk, but I think I need to... Playing a land is a pretty big game. All right, yeah, let's just get Island. Play Island. Tinker, sack Sword. We're not that close to Lotus, Breach. No, none of that. Portal, pass the turn. They go down to just Adeline. And then I have 2 artifacts in play, so I just need to draw an artifact or any land to have Cryptic up, which I think will be good. If they blow up the portal, I'm not loving that. And they do have some ways. Barrowglyph. All right, a 4/5 Death Touch lifelink. Sure, that's not too scary because I can go get a Selfless Spirit to chump it with. Oh, Teferi. What a bad draw. Okay. Pass the turn. I guess the Mr. Research Desk play didn't work out because I would have red mana if I had the Mox Opal on. Okay, Sarah Paragon, sure. Oh, this might actually not work out quite as well as they maybe will have wanted. They made their Barrowglyph smaller by casting the thing first. Also, I'm going to block Adeline. And now the Barrowglyph is going to mill. And that could give me a different card to reanimate with Portal. Though I guess they get the first dibs, so... All right, I need to find a land pretty badly here because then I can have Cryptic up. And if I can Cryptic, that buys me a complete turn cycle here. Okay, so they took the Benevolent Bodyguard. Sure. Let's put, Felia into play. This could actually be pretty nice. Okay, because now I can go land, pass the turn, and then tap all their creatures and then attack and flicker Portal. Though, I guess flickering Portal is actually not that close to winning me the game. I suppose I could have Cryptic upkeep, but I'm not beating like a Reprieve or anything anyway. Sure. All right, tap draw. And I just need to draw Brain Freeze or Lotus. Ooh, that's a Lotus. So how am I going to get this Brain Freeze? I guess I have a lot of mana, and then I'll replay Mystical Tutor out of the graveyard is kind of the idea, maybe. All right, let's draw. Oh, and I have Felia here. Oh, and Urza. Hold on. I could also... Oh, wait, do I have enough to infinite? I can go Lotus, Urza, cast Breach, and then Tinker for Thopter Foundry. Urza, yeah. And then just make infinite things and make infinite life. All right, I like that. Lotus. Let's cast Urza. Okay. Tap these for blue. Tap this for red. Underworld Breach. And sack this for blue, cast Tinker, paying those two, sacking Mox, I think, because that I can replay, exiling everything but Lotus and Sword of the Meek, Tinker. Let's see if they have something. No, Thopter Foundry. Activate Thopter Foundry, sacking Portal. Get a sword. Oh, yeah. I would like to use Sword's ability. Tap this for blue. Thopter Foundry, sacking Sword. And then that's infinite mana, infinite Thopters, infinite life. And I can also attack with Felia to reset something if I want. Though I don't really know what that does for me. Boom! There we go. Ooh, this deck's been a lot of fun to play, and we've killed it a lot of different ways. Let's so we killed what? Portal kill, Breach kill, and this is Thopter kill. Let's get to the finals. Let's see if we can keep that going. All right, on the play here, and definitely going to keep this hand. The Tinker just makes Mystical Tutor, or like rather, the having Mystical Tutor and Tinker just makes so many opening hands nice ones, because I just look at this hand and I'm like, well, at the very least, I could just portal them pretty early. That might not be good in every matchup, but when it's not, mysticaling for Brain Freeze can be good. Oh, let's play a Pentad Prism here. They surveilled a Pyromancer into the graveyard. Nice. This is where like a draw 7 would have been kind of nice. I would have definitely done that. Third path. That's a little annoying. Let's just draw. Oh. Interesting. I'm going to pass. I'm not going to play the Lotus yet. Now I think I might Tinker, especially if they play another thing that dies to Portal. I might just Tinker for Portal here. Obviously, they're going to trigger the third path, but Expedition Map. They have an Academy to go get? Or what's going on? Into Grim. Yeah, I actually think it's still fine to Tinker for Portal in this spot. I don't really have anything else to do. And then with Skull Clamp, getting their third path sounds like it'd be pretty good. Let's just get Tinker, draw, Lotus, and Tinker. Just using the Pentad here because that's the one I want to sacrifice anyway. Okay, Force Pitching Cryptic Coat. It's pretty annoying because it makes them having a spell makes it so I can't get their third path with it. The question also is, what do I remand here? The answer could be nothing, but that doesn't sound right. I could remand their Force and hope they don't have another thing. The problem is if I remand Tinker, I have to sack everything to Tinker. So I think I'm just going to remand the Force and hope they don't have another. Yeah, they didn't seem to have another artifact. Okay. I'm still going to get Portal, funnily enough. I know it doesn't get their third path here. But what I'm hoping is they don't bring back their Season Pyro quite yet. Oh, I didn't play Otawara. Maybe I should have. I didn't want to play the Mana Vault because if I do bring back the Season Pyro, I want to discard it to make a 1/1. But I guess they can crack the map to get a red source if they really want to. To bring back the Pyro here. This also means mapping for Academy is not as good because I killed their 3/1/1s. Yeah, Portal does definitely have its weaknesses for sure. Okay. Expedition Map. Let's see if they can do better than just Mountain. Yeah, they did get Tolarian Academy. Well, it doesn't. Yeah, they just had the Mountain. Okay, so now they're going to Season Pyro. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so on my turn, I guess what I could do, I'm not that far away, is I could Otawara the Portal to go again. Oh, I'm going to play the Otawara for cryptic purposes. Yeah, I guess I'll pass the turn for now. I don't like this spot very much. I'm not going to lie. They have Force of Will up. Guess I'll just pass. And they're probably just not going to... Oh, they are playing something. Okay. Jeez, Time Walk? Okay. Counter... I think I'll just counter draw. Bouncing the portal doesn't really do anything. And I assume they have Force up again if they're tapping out here. Oh, no. Okay. If I can draw my third path, I think I'll be in great shape. Because I feel like they would have forced there if they had the blue card to pitch. But you never know. Legion Extruder. Okay. They'll be doing some extruding here. They don't have Force up yet either. So this is my turn. If I draw something this turn, we could be in it. Otherwise, we're just dead. Because they can make a token end of turn and then they have Force up. All right. Playing against artifacts and with Force of Will. Definitely don't want Doomsday in against Force of Will. Do I want like a Johnny and Glimmerlands? That doesn't sound crazy. Dismember still seemed like it would be fine. I like Skull Clamp. It's gone well so far. All right, time for game 2. Yeah, I will keep this. I don't think I'm actually going to play Fabled Passage here because I want to get a Plains with that, or at least might have to, and that means I wouldn't be able to play a turn 2 third path. So let's just chill for a second here. Play third path and really hope that I can untap with a nice little Remand up. Let's see, they'll get their Thundering Falls here. Good combination. You know, fetch for Surveil Land is as good. Whoa! They kept a one-lander. There's no way you mill Time Walk in any other situation here. Voldar and Epicure go. All right. All right. Anyway, I was going to say, fetch for Surveil is as good as it is in Modern, but sometimes it still misses. I've been there. Okay. Sure. And no Academy, huh? Let's just get a Plains here. And I've got this portable hole. I could do some damage if I exile the Voldaren Epic here. But I think I'm just going to get the Expedition map. I can attack with my tokens. Map getting Academy is like a real threat. So I'd rather just do that. Remand this thing. Make a token. Ooh, Mystical Tutor. Oh, weird. So even though I set the stop on their turn, it had already passed me. It's actually fine because Sensei's top is way better than anything else I was going to do. Let's get this top and then hit with the tokens. Start pecking away. They're just going to take it because the Voldaren Epicure stops 2 damage to turn off the Iconoclast. And now I get to kind of like spin the top, see if there's something good. If there's nothing good, maybe just Mystical for Tinker at that point. Oh, they drew a land. The third path, sure. LED, okay. They've got some spice for sure. See what top has. Oh, I like all this stuff. I really like it, actually. In fact, I don't even need to tap the top to draw extras, I don't think. Let's just start by playing Skull Clamp. And hoping they don't have Force of Will, I guess. Oh, they were off it. I mean, they were pretty done if they didn't have Force. I was going to equip the token with Clamp, draw 2, play Mana Vault, draw 2 more. I was going to go pretty hard here. Do you want like an Ajani Nakatl Pariah? No. Let's do it. Game 3. Let's see if we can get a trophy on our first time out here. All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm in the market to mull the turn 3 Tinker hand. Especially with Mystical Tutor that can get Brain Freeze, the Tinker can get Lotus, so if I draw Breach, that also works. Geez, they have Sapphire and Tinker? And Time Walk, rather. Yeah, their deck looks pretty good. Let's just play the Xander's Lounge, because then I can go turn 2, play Key and Mystical. There's no real reason to play Key on turn 1, I don't think. This isn't looking like Tinker for Portal's necessarily going to do it, but I guess it depends what my opponent has here. They got something. They cracked a fetch. Oh, Relic of Sauron. Okay, that's a pretty good one. Taps for mana, or they can do some looting. Geez, turn 2 Karn, make a golem. I might actually have to Tinker. Never mind. Well, let's see. Hopefully I just draw Breach and I can just go for a quick Breach kill. Saheeli is not actually that good here, unfortunately. And there's not much else I can Mystical for. The Mystical targets, it's not a very deep bench in this deck. Okay, it'd be really nice if they played like another idiot I could eat with this Tinker. I don't know how likely that is. I suspect we're in trouble because Tinker kills the 2 constructs. I have nothing I can get back, and then the Karn is still a huge problem. But the constructs are just going to kill me if I don't Tinker, so kind of have to. I mean, I think I'm just going to draw and see if I draw something relevant. Also, if they have a counterspell, I'm just super dead. Okay, Chart a Course to draw to. Yeah, not great news. Not great. Well, that's actually kind of nice. If they don't play another creature, then that's like another card I get to kill with this Tinker. And then it's something I can bring back even? Sure, we take that. I mean, assuming they don't force it. They might be deciding whether to use the blood token and try to find a force, or they might just have a counter already. Oh, red. Red, blue? What's going on here? A Flare of Duplication? That'd be sick if they had a Flare also, and they go get any artifact of their choosing. I don't know what they would go get, though. We'll see. Like I said, I don't feel like we're in good a position here, but I'm kind of interested to see what happens next. At best, I'm getting Portal, killing those. Yeah, they did have Flare. All right. Yeah, go nuts. What do they get here? I mean, if they just get an artifact creature, it's pretty bad for me. A Kappa Cannoneer? Okay. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I have to get Portal, otherwise I just die. That was pretty good. So they end up with a Kappa Cannoneer and play. I'm at 14. I get hit for at least 5, but more than likely more. I can Mystical and Upkeep, but not for anything that deals with Kappa Cannoneer. Are they using their Relic? That's kind of what it looks like. Wait, they have their own Tinker? Okay, what's their backup Tinker target, I guess? Honestly, I don't know. Because any of the really big creatures they could have gotten instead of Kappa Cannoneer. Portal's not really going to do a whole lot here. Yeah, I'm curious what they have as a secondary, because clearly Kappa Cannoneer is the best one to start. Oh, they're just getting a Portal. Okay, I don't really know why they would do that, but sure, why not? I mean, I feel like I'm pretty dead regardless. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Oh. Wheel of Fortune is like really good for me. That actually gives me a chance. Okay. I'm actually... It's actually possible that I win now. Because they wheeled. I'm going to get hit for Kappa Cannoneer for a bunch. Sure, I don't have any creatures in my hand. Now I get to put a Voldaren Epicurean into play. That makes an artifact. Play Fabled Passage. Play Urza. And I think I have enough mana to go off and make infinite things. Oh man, I really hope they don't have the Force of Will here. Pretty good chance they do, but this will be a funny way to try to get out of things if not. All right, Lotus would be not bad. Oh, Underworld Breach. So what happens if... I cast Underworld Breach. I can Tinker for Lotus. And I have a blood token. I'm just trying to think if there's a way to... Let's see here. Crack the fetch. That's fine. Get a Plains, sure. I'll play Pentad Prism for 2, because I'll want to do that regardless. If they have Force, I'm dead either way, so that part doesn't really matter. The question is it better to... Because if I play Urza... Yeah, if I play Urza, I can definitely play Sword and Thopter Foundry. If I play Underworld Breach, I can then tap out Tinker for Lotus. I guess Urza kind of breaks even on mana, funnily enough. Because I'll end up with 1, 2, 3 extra mana, but then I'd have to tap the blood token. Anyway, so let's say go Underworld Breach, Mox, Tinker for Lotus. So that exiles 3 cards. Sack Lotus for blue. Cast, so those 3 go into Lotus. Those 3 go into Mystical Tutor. Or sorry, those 3 go into Tinker. Those 3 go into Mystical Tutor for Brain Freeze. Discard. Draw Brain Freeze, but I only have 1 blue left. I'm 1 short. All right, let's just... I mean, Urza is actually better anyway, because I think... I guess I can Urza, but I can't get infinite mana. I can get infinite blue. Oh, well, then I can just spin. Yeah, all right. I mean, I guess the Urza plan is just better. Sword. Oh, I guess it's even... I could even tap the blood token to play Sword of the Meek. That would also work. Or put it in a graveyard for the Thopter Foundry. They don't appear to have Force, by the way. All right, I just win now. I get infinite mana, infinite tokens, infinite life, and then then I can start spinning Urza until I hit Lotus, and then Underworld Breach. Oh yeah, this is great. I don't know why they cast Wheel of Fortune there, but you know what? I will take it. I will be the beneficiary of that every time. All right. And then at some point I'm going to start spinning Urza here, and maybe they'll pack it up. But game 3 of this match, after they were in a winning position, I kind of feel like they're not going to be that interested in conceding, which I totally understand. Okay, spin Urza, play top, tap sword, sack Thopter, tap sword, ooh. Don't Thopter itself, but I guess it'll give you a warning before that. Okay, let's see if that works. The always yes, always yield from the graveyard here. Yeah, it always yielded, but it didn't look like it always yesed. Always yes. All right. And then let's do some more spinning with Urza here. And the only way I don't win this turn is if they have an Eldrazi to stop Breach or Brain Freeze from killing them. But even then, they have to have an Eldrazi to not die to that, and they have to be able to beat infinite life, which doesn't seem very easy to me. Especially since they might not even have the Eldrazi to begin with. Okay. Urza, spin. I'm just shocked that that I won this game. This is great. I am every now and then your opponent gives you a gift. And it's up to you to do with that what you will. In this case it was go off the maximum amount, which works for me. Ooh, Mana Vault. I've also hit 3 spells off hers. I don't mind that. Not that it matters really, but... Thopter Foundry. Sword. All right, I'm going to spare you this. I'll pause for a little bit and just go through this loop a few times, and I'll be back while we're spinning. All right, let's spin an Urza here. Mr.'s Research Desk, sure, might as well play it. And spin Urza one more time. Dismember, that one can just chill. And so now I'm going to do something slightly different. I'm going to tap this and spin top, because now, okay, I found Black Lotus, so let's just tap top to draw, play Lotus, make a token. Feel like at this point there's no reason to spin Urza as many times as possible. Then I go Underworld Breach, get another token, cast Mystical Tutor, tapping a token, exiling 3 lands, and then I can get Brain Freeze, and then I can use the blood token, I guess. I'll tap Urza for blue first, no reason to use red here, and boom, and that was it. Ooh, that'll do it. That deck was a lot of fun. We really did steal the last one, but you know what? We take those. And let's take a look at this deck. This deck was really great. It had the Breach combo, which we won a couple games with. We had the Thopter combo, which we won a couple games with. See, it does happen. Thopter Sword was good in this deck. This combo doesn't come together that often, but when it does, it's pretty sick, especially with Urza. And then against Mono Red, we just tinkered them out. We just tinker portaled them every game. So pretty great. Beating a Time Lock Sapphire deck in the finals feels pretty good too. And you know what? What a great draft back. It's cube time, baby. And we're going to be doing a lot of those. So I appreciate you hanging out. That'll do it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with another draft. And you know what? I am very glad to be back in the cube streets. So I'll see you then. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.